you a hard time giving you what belongs to you and let you get the information. They'll make it very difficult, as the county has for me through the years. And that's how I got involved in all of these battles. I'm also very involved with an organization called the New Jersey Foundation for Open Government. And their sole purpose is to fight for the rights of citizens to have access to public records and public meetings. I strongly believe open government is the cornerstone to democracy. And any elected official that wants to keep information from you, I don't care what political party they are not serving the public. They are serving some other power, but it's not the public. So people who want to keep information from you, these are not good people. And when someone doesn't give me information, like the county, for instance, I know I have to get it, and that's how I get into all these legal scuffles with them. I don't allow them to do it, and I hope that every battle the Union County Watchdog Association wins, it makes it easier for another citizens around the state, not just Union County. We have limited resources. We're growing with grassroots organizations. More and more people are coming and getting involved with us. Like I said, it's like people seem to pop up out of the payment whenever we need them. But because of our resources, there's 21 towns in the county, and we cannot get involved in every single one of them. Many of our members that are very active with us are from different towns, and they're activists such as Roxanne. And that's a job in itself, paying attention to your town. But we cannot get pulled into the 21 municipalities. Every town has something going on in it, and I don't care what the political affiliation is. Government needs to be watched. Good government doesn't mind being watched. Good government will welcome your involvement. I've been to freeholder meetings now, I don't know, for 5 years. I've never heard them sincerely thank people for coming out and sincerely welcoming people. They do not answer questions. They'll tell you it's time for public comment. Place an Oprah request for that information. Yet they won't tell you what document to ask for that would give you the answer to your question. They make it very difficult. So I guess, again, I commend people that do get involved. It's so important. Union County has over 500,000 residents. There's usually 2 of us, 2 people that go to freeholder meetings regularly and ask questions. Sometimes there's 3 of us, but there's usually only 2. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that they take 1/4 of your property tax bill? They spend almost $1.5 million every single day, and 2 citizens will show up at meetings and try and hold them accountable. Needless to say, it's very difficult. Recently, I was told I wasn't allowed to talk about nepotism. I was asking a freeholder, and I didn't even ask him a question. I just mentioned it. He was so arrogant. They had so much power. They were so intimidating. He actually screamed at me, "You will not talk about my family." I said, "Freeholder Sullivan, you have family members on the table. What do you mean I can't talk about them? We're paying their salaries. I will have you thrown out of here." And he did. I was removed by a police officer. I've lost count of how many times I've been removed from freeholder meetings. Believe me, once it happens, it's like the traumas. The cops are very apologetic, too. They're so embarrassed that this is their job and they have to throw this polite lady out of the room because the bully wants her out. So the next person, Bruce Patterson, who also goes to freeholder meetings, got up, and he also brought up the fact that he wanted to talk about nepotism. And this freeholder told him, "You are not allowed to talk about family members on the table. It's not fair," he said. So Bruce, instead of getting thrown out, talking until he got thrown out like I did, Bruce politely said, "Okay," and he sat down. And thank God the ACLU saw an opportunity to sue them. They forced the county to apologize. It was either that or they were going to file a First Amendment lawsuit for having Bruce Patterson sit down and shut up, telling him, "You are not allowed to talk about nepotism." So the ACLU did get involved. They came out 2 meetings ago, it was about a month ago, and people like Roxanne from across the county, different towns, came out in support of our efforts. The freeholders think, I'm the Union County Watchdog Association, just me. And are connected to all of us. One of them. And the finagles, weird things that are going on in your town can guarantee that it's the same power broker behind the wall. So please keep in touch. I thank you for your interest in the Watcher Association. If you have any questions, I'll answer